Welcome, everyone, to my channel. I don't know if it'll stay the same name, but this will be the first video. As you can see, the first video series will be about Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. This is by far one of my favorite games, possibly of all time, as I played tons of it when I was younger. Let's get right into it, and I hope anyone that watches can have a laugh at the character creation, just like I do. I like to make some pretty silly characters and make them look a little goofy, come up with some funky names.
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land. This is the 27th of last seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the Third Era and the final hours of my life.
Man, what a cool cutscene. Alright, so, I remember in Skyrim, one of the strongest builds that I always like to run, as well as a build that one of my friends likes to run whenever they play it, is a stealth archer, because you can get some crazy crit damage off of some stealth archer. I don't remember if you could do the same in Oblivion, because Oblivion is a lot more specialized in your skills and things like that. It's a lot more of a it's a harder core and RPG than Skyrim is in that sense. So let's see what I can make. Obviously, we want to go wood elf because get some nice. Some really nice crit damage off of that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, look at that white face. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he always looks like he's pissed off. Oh my god. I'm just giving him a giant head. Oh no. Oh my god. What is this abomination I've created? Oh no. Giant forehead. You could land a plane on that. God damn. Look at that nose. Oh, yeah. Look at this guy. He's gonna be the champion of Cyrodiil. Oh, I got it. Flumbus Danklehorn. Look at this feller. Oh! Oh, no. There we go. Yes, sir. Eye color doesn't really matter. But, for anyone wondering, this is not
Wood Elf.
a...
You're a little far from the forest, huh? Looks like your days of woodland
For anybody wondering, this is not a vanilla playthrough. I've played through this game several times vanilla. It's going to be a modded experience. Most of the mods are just going to be more so detail-oriented. It's going to be like changing NPCs' faces to be a little bit more realistic. Things like that. Nothing too over the top.
You're going to die in here, Wood Elf. Die. Hey, you hear that? The guards are coming. For you.
Boris, lock that door behind us.
Yes, sir. My sons. They're dead, aren't they?
We don't know that, sire. The messenger only said they were attacked.
No, they're dead. I know.
My job right now is to get you to safety.
Oh,
What's
jeez,
this
yeah.
prisoner doing
There we
here?
go.
This cell is supposed to be off limits.
Hell yeah.
Usual mix-up with the watch, but I...
Never mind. Get that gate open. Stand back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
No sign of pursuit. Stay put, prisoner.
Good. Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
You. I've seen you. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right. And this is the day. Gods give me strength. Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell. Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for. I am your emperor, Uriel Septim. By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler. You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way. You will find your own path. Take care. There will be blood and death before the end.
Please,
All right.
sire, we must keep moving.
So yeah, as you can see, if you were to compare this to a vanilla
Better not
playthrough,
close
you'd
this
obviously
one.
see that
There's
Uriel
no way to
Septim's
open
face is
from the other
different.
side.
Looks like
Later
this
on
is
throughout
all
the
I get.
playthrough, you'll see that
Stay
people
out
like
of our
Boris also look different, as well as Brother Joffrey. Everyone kind of just
Don't
got
try
a
anything.
nice...
I'm watching.
Shut up, Boris! But you'd be able to see that, you know, compared to an average playthrough, or just vanilla playthrough, is what I
Stand
mean.
aside, prisoner.
Everyone would have a completely different face.
Close up left. Protect the Emperor.
Attack down. Don't try it.
I still think it's so funny how she just dies immediately. Takes one hit and just dies. Well, I think later on in the game, it kind of acts that way too. Where like, you got the Emperor just chilling back here.
Are you all right, sire?
Nobody got close to him. Are you all right, sire? No, he's obviously very injured. He's got a broken arm. Why don't you fix it? Where did her what? Where did her katana go?
I don't know. It's too late to go back now. Don't worry. We will get you out of here.
They won't be the first to underestimate the blades. I'll take point. Let's move.
What?
You.
Where did her katana go? Oh, there it is. It disappeared. Ta-da. All those arrows, leather armor, lockpicks, torch. Yep. But also, for if nobody's ever played Oblivion, I would highly, highly recommend it. It is, by golly, one of the better Elder Scrolls games. I mean, absolutely phenomenal. It's a little bit more. It's a lot more hardcore than I'd say Skyrim. So, I mean, obviously, it's going to take some getting used to. It's going to take some getting used to. Say, for example, you know, I think one of the things that makes it a little bit more of a hardcore RPG compared to Skyrim is Skyrim's a lot more flexible with your character development. You can literally be not just a jack of all trades, but a master of all trades in Skyrim. In Oblivion, you can still technically do that. It's just a lot more difficult to get to that point. What? That was a little odd. He just stared me down. Let's take all those. I could sell the iron armor. Speaking of, let's put on that leather armor. Oh man, I make every helmet wider. This is awesome. Look at that wide helmet. Oh man. Oh man, my character's got an absolutely wide noggin. Giant head. Talk about a 5-head. God damn. I suck at archery. Where's the rat? It just not interested in fighting. It wants to run. Damn, I turned this feller into a pink cushion. Look at him. Look at how many arrows are in him. Oh my. That's a lot of arrows, alright. That was one heck of a tough zombie. The arrows. That. Still got 54, that's still quite a bit. What is in here? Take all that. But, if nobody's noticed so far, oh crap. I guess that is one reason why I hate rats. They, oh man, they jump all over the place. No, I thought I missed another arrow. Come on. But like I was saying, if nobody's noticed yet, I'll still be like watching cutscenes, all that good stuff. I won't be skipping by them. Oh, I think that was the arrow I was talking about. No, it couldn't have been. But yeah, I won't be skipping any cutscenes, things like that. Just because I don't think it's necessary to skip them. Plus, if nobody has ever played Oblivion and is for whatever reason for whatever reason deciding to watch my videos for a just to watch a playthrough of it, I still want people to watch cutscenes and all that stuff, because it does build an important part of the story, the cutscenes and the conversations. So I figure it's probably useful to not skip those, just in case. I believe this right here is actually a reference to the Cask of Amontillado. I don't remember if or who wrote it. I think it was Shakespeare. Well, I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure that's a reference to the Cask of Amontillado. I know they certainly have a reference to it in Fallout 4, but okay. Well, alright. Gotta take all those potions. And for those of you, again, for people that haven't played Oblivion, another reason why it's a little bit more hardcore than, say, Skyrim, whenever you're over-encumbered in Oblivion, you literally can't move. I mean, in Skyrim, you just walk everywhere you go, which, I mean, isn't too bad. At least you can walk. But in Oblivion, I mean, if I was over-encumbered right now, I'd be stuck in this spot until I drop anything to become a lighter weight. But you've also got things like being birthed under certain signs, like the tower sign or things like that. It's basically your standing stones in Skyrim. However, in this game, it's a birth sign, which means that I don't think you can change it as you play. You can obviously change it before you exit the sewers. That is by far one of my favorite things about Oblivion, is the ragdolls. When you shoot somebody with like an arrow, they just go flying for no reason. It's pretty funny. I've always been a fan of that. But let's see here. Lockpicking is also a lot more different. In more modern games like Skyrim, Fallout 4, and Fallout 3, you have the... I don't know how to describe it, but you have like your... you got your actual pick as well as a feeler in there, and then you have to turn the entire lock. That's how it is in most modern games. In this, you actually have it done differently, where you have to actually lift the needle in the lock and then push it up and lock it there. So it's a lot more different. I wouldn't say it's more difficult, just different. Although it does... I think that was my arrow. It does make a difference, and He almost activated his own trap. One of the things that does make Oblivion a little bit easier, I think, is your ability to backstrafe while just launching arrows at anything and everything. That certainly makes it a lot easier. Makes it a lot more advantageous to play as an archer, especially because when you play stealth, you can get some crazy crit damage. Or at least as far as I've seen, you could. Which, you know, makes I think it makes archery builds a lot more fun. Ooh, alright. I need the dagger. Nothing else from here. Push the logs. Hopefully it kills both of them. And it did. Sweet. He had lockpicks. Some. Got arrows and a lockpick. Need the short sword. Oh man. Oh, I missed. There you go. Alright. More arrows, more lockpicks. Also, for anybody that hasn't played Oblivion, arrows actually have a weight to them, meaning that you can only carry a certain amount. I think it's pretty neat, but at the same time, it obviously does have its downsides. For example, I mean, in Skyrim, you could carry, like, 500 Daedric arrows on you. Like, 500 of each arrow, not just Daedric, like 500 of each arrow you can carry on you in Skyrim. And in Oblivion, you can't really do that. You can only carry as much as the weight limit will allow you to, because they do actually have a weight in Oblivion, which kind of niche. I don't think it adds a ton to the game, but I think it adds a little bit of challenge. That way you can't just carry like 50 different types of arrows, each one having a stack of 500, making it so that, you know, you can hose anything down with arrows. And then there he flies. Also, oddly enough, with Oblivion, whenever you kill an enemy, if they had a weapon on them, and you search their body, the weapon won't appear on their body. You actually need to find the weapon where it was dropped, and then you can pick it up. It's a slight change from Skyrim. With Skyrim, obviously, it was always on their body, even if they dropped it when they died. You'd still have to find their body and just pick it up off of them. There we go. A little bit of archery practice. Never hurt anybody. There we go. Take that staff. It's a nice thing to sell. Get a little bit of extra money. Pick all those up. Get all those. Not the silk. Got their. But as you can see, I am indeed over encumbered now, and I'm inputting like to move, and I'm not going anywhere. So that is one thing that Oblivion does differently. It also does have equipment durability, like you would have in Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. I don't remember if there's equipment durability in Fallout 4. It's been a long time since I've played it. I don't think there is. But essentially, you're just going to need a repair hammer, and you could repair stuff yourself. However, there you go. You just heard it break. Repair hammers do break, and you will need to find more over time. Or alternatively, you know, you could just take it into like a merchant and be like, "Hey man, need you to repair my stuff." obviously, crap. Obviously, it costs gold to get somebody to repair it for you, which isn't too bad. But, you know, most of the time, if it's really good gear, they're going to ask you, like, if it's at durability of, like, 32, they're like, yeah, I could fully repair it for you for, like, 300 gold. And you're like, what? 300 gold? I haven't got that to spare. So, it's pretty nice to have high armoring skill, as well as, not just high armoring skill, but always have repair hammers on you, just in case. Over encumbered again. Okay. I don't want to drink any potions, that'd be a waste. Drop those, though. Prisoner clothes. No need to keep those on me. You can't sell them either. Alright. Here we go.
Spot. Protect the Emperor until help arrives.
Help? What makes you think help will get you before you kill those bastards? We need to get the Emperor out of here.
I missed.
This one's die.
Take my arrow, though.
Damn it! It's that prisoner again.
No, he is not one of them. He can help us.
Man, he looks
help
pissed.
us.
Man, I am
They
short.
cannot understand why I trust you. They've not seen what I've seen. How can I explain? Listen, you know the Nine, how they guide our fates with an invisible hand. I've served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire, and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder which sign marked your birth.
And this is where you're going to choose that. Like I was saying, these are basically the standing stones of Skyrim. Each one has a different power, as well as grants you different things. For this build, we're going to go with the Thief. It'll grant me a 10-point bonus to agility, speed, and luck attributes. Agility and speed are pretty helpful, as it will influence my marksman skill, which is pretty much everything to do with bows and arrows. It will also influence, I think, acrobatics, which influences how far you can fall without taking severe damage. So, it'll influence things like that, as well as how high you jump, I think, as well as how quickly you run, and how quickly you do everything. So that's a nice bonus, especially for the playthrough we're shooting for. But I'll quickly go over each one of them. The Apprentice confers a 100-point bonus to your magic attribute. So you have more magicka, but you gain a 100% weakness to magic. So you get more magicka, but by golly, you take a lot of damage from magic. Lady's Blessing is a bonus of 10 points to willpower and endurance, which can also be nice. Influences your HP, your stamina, things like that. How good heavy armor works for you, things like that. The Mage ability confers a permanent bonus of 50 points to your magicka, which is also nice. It's kind of like the Apprentice, except instead you don't receive that 100% weakness to magic. Mage is kind of nice for that. I already went over the Thief. The Atronach bonus, you won't regain magicka over time, but you'll have a 50% spell absorption to recharge it, as well as an increase of 150 points. So it's a little bit more niche. You could probably use it more so for like a mage tank, as odd as that sounds, or like a battle mage. Again, kind of niche. The Lord gives you the lesser power to regen HP up to 90 HP points. You also gain the Trollkin Curse, a permanent 25% weakness to fire. Not exactly awesome, especially for late game when most of what you're fighting is Daedra that will be doing a lot of fire damage. It's more so, the Lord would probably be more so used for just random dungeons, things like that, traveling around the world, as not a lot of enemies use fire damage, except for Daedra. They typically use quite a bit. The Lover, Paralyze an opponent for 10 seconds at the cost of 120 points of fatigue, which is your stamina in this game. Not too bad. Ritual. Powerful restore health spell. Blessed Ward. Blessed Word can turn the undead. Pretty nice. It would probably be a lot more useful if you're going for like a paladin build or like something to really combat against the undead, things like that. Serpent, slow but potent poison on touch, curing yourself and dispelling magic on yourself. Casting it costs 100 points of fatigue. Not awesome, not too underpowered. I think it's pretty good. Shadow, use the moon's shadow power once a day to become invisible for 60 seconds. That's actually really good. That, if we weren't going with the thief, we'd probably go with the shadow simply because that will allow you to turn invisible to get more crits, which could be nice, but we're going to go with the thief just for that point bonus for the attributes. Steed grants a bonus of 20 to your speed attribute, which is really nice. However, the thief also grants 10 to agility and luck, so we're still going to go with the thief. Tower. You can open a container of average lock or less once a day, just automatically. And the Tower Warden reflects 5 points of damage for 120 seconds once a day. Kind of alright. It's not too awesome. It's not such a good sign to be born under when you're gonna be a stealth archer, because at that point you might as well just also level up security so that you can increase your lockpicking and all that stuff. So I don't really see a point of the tower. The warrior ability grants a bonus of 10 points to your strength and endurance, which is nice if you're going to go for like a knight build.
The signs I read show the end of my path. My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come. Your stars are not mine. Today the thief shall guide your steps on the road to destiny. My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming darkness. With such hope, and with the promise of your aid, my heart must be satisfied. No trophies of my triumphs precede me, but I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate, then fall. I go to my grave. A tongue shriller than all the music calls me. You shall follow me yet for a while. Then we must part.
Okay.
You may as well make yourself useful. Carry that torch and stick close. Stick close and let us do our job. You'll be all right.
All those. No, there's not an ambush here. Oh, yes, there is.
Emperor needs help.
Ah!
For the Emperor! My blood! For the Emperor!
I'll take my arrows back. Let's see here. And oddly enough, if nobody has played Oblivion, he does in fact die. I don't know if I'd really consider that a spoiler, given that it happens shortly after this. You actually see it happen, and there's nothing you can do to stop it, as silly as it sounds. Like, you really can't stop it. I wish there was a way to, but, you know, there just simply isn't. However, there is actually a nice little glitch you can do.
Like this. Let me take a look.
Okay. There's a nice little glitch you can do that essentially allows you to bring Emperor Uriel's Septum back to life with a copy of himself, and then you can do a neat little glitch that allows you to get his robes, which usually aren't obtainable. Which is kind of cool if you if you're looking to get those robes. I remember, especially when I was younger, I was all about that glitch because I like Emperor Uriel's robes. They're pretty cool looking, so I always wound up doing it. I probably won't do it now because that means I'd have to defer from the main quest line and instead go about doing Daedric quests for who is that? I don't remember the Daedric prince that governs it. Oh no.
What's your call?
It's not Hermaeus Mora. It's not Marin's Dagon.
With your life.
It's not Clavicus Vile. It's not Namira. Oh man, I forgot. Anyhow, it's the Skull
My
of Corruption.
gods are strong and true, but even the might of the blades cannot stand against the power that rises to destroy us. The Prince of Destruction awakes, born anew in blood and fire. These cutthroats are but his mortal pawns.
This is going to look very goofy.
Take my amulet, give it to Joffrey. I have a secret son, and Joffrey alone knows where to find him. Find the last of my blood, and close shut the marble jaws of Oblivion. This is where my journey ends. For you, though, the road is long and dangerous. Now, give me your hand. Stand true, my friend. May your heart be your guide, and the gods grant you strength.
This is going to look very goofy. He just randomly starts swinging, and then just... Oh, man.
For the Empire.
And there he goes. As you can see, you can't actually loot Uriel Septim. And that was to prevent you from getting his robes.
I failed. The blades are sworn to protect the Emperor. Now he and all his heirs are dead. The amulet. Where's the Amulet of Kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's body.
As far as I'm aware, that's probably the reason why. Because you're not supposed to get the Emperor's robes. I can't really think of another reason why they would keep you from looting his body. It's not like he has anything super good on him. I think he's got like a silver short sword, which is pretty good early game. But I can't really think of anything else that would really prevent you from, as to why they would prevent you from doing it.
Strange. He saw something in you. Trusted you. They say it's the dragon blood that flows through the veins of every septim. They see more than lesser men. The Amulet of Kings is a sacred symbol of the Empire. Most people think of the red dragon crown, but that's just jewelry. The amulet has power. Only a true heir of the blood can wear it, they say. He must have given it to you for a reason. Did he say why? Joffrey? He said that? Why? Nothing I ever heard about. But Joffrey would be the one to know. He's the Grand Master of my order. Although you may not think so to meet him, he lives quietly as a monk at Waynon Priory, near the city of Coral. First, you need to get out of here. Through that door must be the entrance to the sewers, past the locked gate. That's where we were heading. It's a secret way out of the Imperial City. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for the last door into the sewers. There are rats and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced acrobat. Am I right?
And this is where you get to choose your class. You can choose one, or you can create one. I typically create a custom one. And the reasoning for that is because you'll specialize in stealth, and you'll pick... Oh, not intelligence. What's strength and agility. The reason why I'd pick strength over speed is because with strength, you will often have to switch between up close and personal, so your sword as well as your bow. I personally typically switch between like a short sword or a long sword depending on what I pick up. But having that gives me a... choosing strength gives me a little bit more carry weight, a little bit more fatigue, a little bit more skill with swords and things like that. So it's nice to do that, just in case you ever do have to switch away from your bow. Just in case your bow breaks, or you run out of arrows, or maybe an enemy's too close and you don't feel comfortable just backstrafing using using that strategy of backstrafe and pelt them with arrows. Alternatively, you could instead go with speed to get bonuses for light armor, acrobatics, and athletics. It's not a bad choice. It's probably the second one. If you could pick 3 attributes, that's obviously the one I would pick, because the rest of them not really needed. But you'll pick 7 major skills that will start at level 25, which is the apprentice leveling. I typically go with blade, athletics, acrobatics. Where is it? Sneak, speechcraft, marksman, light armor. And the reason why I picked those: acrobatics, jump long distances and avoid damage when falling great distances. Very nice. Athletics, run and swim faster and regenerate lost fatigue faster. That is always nice. It's always a good thing to pick athletics as well as acrobatics. Blade, deliver the slashing and thrusting attacks of dagger and sword weapons more effectively. Basically just, you're better with any sort of bladed weapon. Any sword, dagger, claymore, things like that. Light armor, make more effective use of fur, leather, chainmail, mithril, elven, and glass armors. So endgame, you'll probably be looking for glass armor, things like that. Marksman, deliver more deadly range attacks with bow and arrow weapons. Obviously, if we're going for a stealth archer build, that's what we're shooting for. Sneak, obviously, because, you know, archer build. Speechcraft, simply because speechcraft can govern certain things like prices from merchants, how much a merchant likes you, how much a random NPC likes you, things like that. You can get bonuses for things like that, like price bonuses and stuff. You can sell things for more. Pretty neat. All the other skills are going to be minor skills. In order to level up, you're mostly going to be shooting for your major skills. You're looking to level up those more. You can still level up your minor skills to get another level, but it's not as it's not as beneficial as leveling up a major skill. And then you create a name for the class. I typically always go with Warmonger for the name, because I don't know, just a random name that I always think of, but that's typically what I go with.
I wasn't far off. In any case, rats and goblins won't give you any trouble. You must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Wayne Priory immediately. Got it? Good. The Emperor's trust was well placed. I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body, and make sure no one follows you. You'd better get moving. May Talos guide you. By the way, thanks for recovering Captain Renault's sword. I'll see that it is given a place of honor in the halls of the Blades.
And he takes the sword from you. So, instead, you'll just wind up using the steel short sword throughout the rest of this area. And it isn't a very lengthy area. All those things that's going to pop up right now, that'll be quests for all the DLCs. You know, Horse Armor, Shivering Isles, the Orrery, things like that. All different DLC locations and homes and all that fun stuff. But Unearthing Marion's Razor, don't care about those, not quite yet anyways. Oh! What? What? What is that? It's like the blood splattered all the way up there. What the heck? Oh my. Okay. Well, that was new. That was kind of funky. I liked it. Alright. Let's loot in. that arrow back. There will be 2 goblins that will walk out here in just a second. We're going to use them to get a little bit more marksman skill level whenever they walk out. Be walking out here soon. Maybe. Guess not, okay. Instead, I'll snipe him. And there he flew. Oh man. Yeah, for those of you who couldn't tell, obviously I love the fact that Oblivion just ragdolls this way. It is the funniest thing to me. I adore it. Take that shield, I can sell it. Also, for those of you wondering, that is the name of the game right now. As you're exiting, try and pick up anything that has any sort of value. Because as soon as you get out, you probably want to visit the Imperial City Market District. That way you can sell just about everything you're not going to use. That's typical. Forgot there was a rat right there. What? Okay. That was a little odd. I'll take it though. Alright. Could continue on through. That's sealed, that's right. Yep, okay. And I mean, other than that, this is the end of the tutorial. Matter of fact, this is also the end of the first episode. You know, if you guys like what you see, I will be uploading a lot more content like this. Just general game playthroughs, things that I will enjoy, whether it be older games like Oblivion or Morrowind, or more modern games like Skyrim, Fallout 4, possibly multiplayer games as well. I'll definitely give that a thought, as I do enjoy playing multiple online games like For Honor. Mordhau is extremely fun. Things like that. I'd be willing to upload just about any game, really, as long as I play it and have fun. That's sort of what counts for me, if I have fun playing it. But other than that, you know, this is the end of the first episode. If you guys like and subscribe. That feels weird saying. But yeah, if you guys like to, that'd be awesome. All right, and y'all have a good rest of the day.